This video today is going to be about online predators. So with youth having more access to screens at this time, it's important to have conversations and boundaries about how to stay safe and what to be on the lookout for when they're online. First, make sure that we're setting time limits. We want to make sure that they're having more interaction with people in the home, maybe with phone calls as opposed to having screen time. Check in regularly with them. That doesn't mean you have to do it multiple times a day, but maybe once every other day, just to kind of check in to see how they're doing and what they've noticed online. Maybe start it as a conversation of, since you've had more time to be able to spend online, have you noticed anything that has changed since this whole COVID crisis has happened? It kind of opens up the conversation. And then you want to make sure you're having conversations about why online safety is important. And again, in another video, I said that the internet was not created with children in mind. And so there is a bunch of stuff out there that is just not appropriate or not safe for kids to be looking at. And we just want them to understand that that's why we have certain boundaries, or that's why we have certain limitations and parental controls on devices, because we want to make sure that we are keeping them as safe as possible and not exposing them to something that could be very harmful to them. So we know that oftentimes children are abused by those that they know. And so it's kind of hard to understand like how an online predator can get into that circle of familiarity. And really it happens by something that's called grooming. The National Center for Victims of Crime defines grooming as beginning with identifying potential victims, gaining their trust, and breaking down their defenses. That's why privacy online is so important. And it keeps those that you want to, it keeps those safe and keeps information safe away from those that want to use it to harm you. So you're going to watch a quick video. It was produced in Ireland, and it kind of just gives a really good example of how easy it is for someone to pretend to be someone that they're not and infiltrate someone's maybe social media platform like Instagram or Snapchat. So hopefully that video was enlightening and not something that can be used to scare, but just kind of shows a reality, and that it happens to girls, guys, it doesn't matter. They learn how to prey off of vulnerabilities that everyone has. So that's why it's so super important to connect with only people you know in real life, regardless if they say, oh, I know a mutual friend. One way you can check is reach out to that mutual friend and see if they know this person. It's a really easy way to check that. Parents, again, you need to be aware of what you're posting. It's a really easy way for predators to get information about a kid is by going to parents or caregivers and their social media platforms or profiles, because sometimes we just don't do that good of a job about keeping the privacy of our kids a secret. And so we just need to make sure that we're very conscious and very aware. Also, for kids, look out for what your friends are posting. This can be anything from posting personal information or posting things like, I'm so lonely, or my parents hate me, they never buy me anything. Things that maybe will attract a predator because they're going to be preying off of vulnerabilities. And so if they see a post that says, oh, I'm so lonely, that's going to be like a neon light. That's going to be such a signal to them of going, great, I can, use this to my advantage. And so look out for your friends and what they're posting and see if there is a way that you can connect with them as opposed to someone else connecting with them. So the questions that you have up on your screen: have you ever felt uncomfortable about someone who contacted you online? It could be a tone that you're reading from a message, or if they've done it over video, through video. It could be maybe some word choice, or maybe they're being a little bit pushy. Whatever it is, if it's making you uncomfortable, then there needs to be something that you do about it, whether it's talking with someone, whether it's blocking them or reporting them. Walking them through the steps of what steps they can take if someone they don't actually know contacts them online. Again, this goes back to blocking and reporting, and then if it goes further than that, getting law enforcement involved. Now, this last question was brought up in one of the trainings that I did, and this was particular to youth that were participating in online dating sites. And some of our students and some of our youth in the community might be participating in these sites, and so I just wanted to kind of give you guys some starting questions, asking if they've ever met someone in person that they initially met online, and then asking what precautions they took and how did they vet the person that they were going to meet. Where did they meet? Did they meet in a public setting? Did they meet in a private setting? These are all kind of the questions that you can ask that aren't necessarily threatening or aggressive, but you're just wanting to know what they did or how they're handling their own safety. So as much as online predators can be somewhat of a scary topic, there are definitely ways that you can protect yourself and your kids while online.